Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on a journey back in time to an era that fundamentally reshaped our modern world, the Second World War. It's a vast and complex story, so let's dive into a brief overview of this monumental conflict. The seeds of World War II were sown in the aftermath of the First World War. The harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles left Germany economically crippled and politically humiliated. This created a fertile ground for extremist ideologies. In the 1930s, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party rose to power, promising to restore Germany's former glory. Their aggressive expansionist policies, starting with the annexation of Austria and Czechoslovakia, set Europe on a path to war. Meanwhile, in Asia, the Empire of Japan was pursuing its own imperial ambitions. Invading China in 1937, the dam finally broke on September 1, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland. In response, Britain and France declared war on Germany, officially beginning World War II in Europe. The early years of the war were defined by the stunning success of Germany's Blitzkrieg or Lightning War, using overwhelming force with tanks and aircraft. German forces rapidly conquered Poland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, and France. By the summer of 1940, Britain stood nearly alone against the might of the Axis powers led by Germany, Italy, and Japan. The Battle of Britain saw the Royal Air Force heroically defend their skies, preventing a German invasion. The conflict then escalated into a truly global war. In June 1941, Hitler made a fateful decision. He broke his non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union and launched a massive invasion. Opening up the vast and brutal Eastern Front, this would become the largest and deadliest theater of the war, consuming immense resources and lives on both sides. Then, on December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, Japan launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor. This act brought the United States, the sleeping giant, into the war, forging the Grand Alliance between the U.S., Great Britain, and the Soviet Union against the Axis powers. The tide began to turn in 1942 and 1943. Key Allied victories at the Battle of Midway in the Pacific, El Alamein in North Africa, and, most critically, at Stalingrad on the Eastern Front halted the Axis advance. From this point on, the Allies were on the offensive. The industrial might of the United States, combined with the immense manpower of the Soviet Union and the resilience of the British Commonwealth, began to overwhelm the Axis. On June 6, 1944, known as D-Day, the Allies launched the largest amphibious invasion in history, landing on the beaches of Normandy, France. This opened a crucial second front in Western Europe. As Allied forces pushed towards Germany from the west, and the Soviets advanced relentlessly from the east, the Nazi regime began to crumble. On May 8, 1945, Germany surrendered unconditionally, marking victory in Europe Day. However, the war in the Pacific raged on. The fighting against Japan was ferocious, with island-hopping campaigns costing countless lives. Faced with the prospect of a bloody invasion of the Japanese mainland, U.S. President Harry Truman made the difficult decision to use a new, devastating weapon. In August 1945, atomic bombs were dropped on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Following these events and a Soviet invasion of Manchuria, Japan announced its surrender on August 15, 1945, officially ending World War II. The war left an indelible scar on humanity, with an estimated 70 to 85 million casualties. It led to the fall of empires, the rise of two new superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, the dawn of the nuclear age. The world was forever changed. This was just a brief look at an incredibly deep subject. There are countless stories of heroism, sacrifice, and tragedy from this period that deserve to be told. What part of World War II history interests you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more dives into history. We'll see you in the next one.